it's Amy with Paper Moon Journals, and today I thought it would be fun to share with you these two, this huge one and then this more sensible sized one. This is like a journal gift set. This is surprise, the surprise gift that I was going to include with it. It's not listed in the ad or anything. And then this one will come with something as well. I'll set that aside. And this one comes with the folio and everything. Let's do the little one first, and then we'll do the big one. This one started out with a cover that I did, a little short disaster cover where I ripped the original cover off. It was too busy. The doll was too busy against the background and too big and everything. It just didn't work. I ripped that off. I did a new one really quick, and I did a short video sharing this one as well. But we'll go through it and the folio in detail after we look at this one. Here. So this is a single signature. It's 60 pages. And then I added Dresden trim to different parts of the house, as well as the Stickles glitter to make it really pop and stand out. I added the little paper doll and a bow, lace ribbon here and here, and then this fun little skeleton charm. I have 9 charms in here. There's 1 on the cover, 8 inside. There's 6 on the spine, and then 2 on tags. Let's get a look at the pockets here. So the pockets I used in this were for my 5 fun fantastic pocket ideas, where you make 7 pockets out of 1 sheet of scrapbook paper. That was more than I needed for this project, so I used some of the pockets. And another one, I'm actually making 2 in this size, because I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The costs and fees have gone up, so I needed to make a little bit more money. So then I wanted to make it a better value, since I wanted to charge more. So I made them bigger and then added folios and more stuff to make it hopefully worth more money. And then, you know, get more and more. This is from Whimsycraft Digitals. I'm going to be doing a collaboration with them upcoming. It was fun when she reached out to me, because I already had these sitting on my desk for this project that I bought from her shop. Then let this open so you can journal inside. And there's some fun ephemera in here. There's a lot more than you might think. Really fun Halloween ephemera, and these paper with the bats. I love that. And then the bats over here. This is Pixie Dust Files, and I'll pop the name up on the screen for who this is. It's a set of vintage Halloween pattern papers that I love and use quite a bit. And then this is from Pixie Dust Files, from her Pastel-Halloween kit, and I added glitter to the house and to the doll. Selectively is what I like to say, to just a few things, so it really pops and it's exciting. I don't think if I had glitter everywhere on everything, it would be as fun. Maybe it would. This is a fun page right here. So this is Forever Cute US, which was the main kit that inspired this journal. And then this is my own tea stained paper with some stenciling on it. My daughter made a whole nother batch of paper for me, so more thanks to her. It's more of the same. Fussy cuts from Pixie Dust Files, their lined pages, the Forever Cute Pastel Halloween kit, more Pixie Dust Files, lace added to the pages. More of those pockets. We actually made 21 pockets in that 5 fun fantastic pockets video. I'm going to keep pushing that video until the views go up. Isn't that cute? I added the charm to this one. And then I like adding a vintage Halloween photo. And people all dressed up as witches. I think those are so cool. I have 2 different pages of those that I like to use. This one came in one of the kits. Pixie Dust Files, I think. And more ephemera, including that Whimsycraft. I accidentally lost the voiceover for this section, so we'll redo this. I put tea stain paper on the back of that tall tag there. They're in that pocket. It sure holds a lot. And then it's got this cute little Grim Reaper charm here. I like this page. I like how she looks on that paper. She looks like she belongs there, doesn't she? But that's a fussy cut from Pixie Dust Files on top of, I'm pretty sure, Bontique Vintage Designs. That it was their quirky or whimsical pumpkins, something like that I bought from them. It's fun because later I ended up doing a collaboration with them. But I'd already bought a few things from their shop. So that's faux tea stain paper on the left and then real tea stain paper there. I added some stenciling to that. And that's pixie dust paper. There's 60 pages in total on this one. But I kept it really writable. You know, again, half of those are tea stain pages. And then of the printed pages, a lot of those are lined or have plenty of room to write as well. I added glitter to this page, little glittered eyeliner, and to the bow and the rose and stuff on the kitty. And then lace across the top of that page. And that's Pixie Dust Files from one of their Halloween kits. All the fussy cuts are from Pixie Dust Files. And then there's a bunch of stuff in this pocket, again, from that 5 Fun Fantastic Pocket Ideas video. This is ideas. There were 21 pockets made in that video, where you just layer some ephemera over another pocket. None of the ideas were necessarily revolutionary or anything, but journals need pockets, and when you need some ideas, go watch the video and it help you to come up with some ideas. I know I'll be watching that video when I run out of ideas. I will have long forgotten these ideas. And watching those videos helped me remember some of the things that I've done before that were good. I haven't done in a while. Some fun ephemera backed onto heavy-duty cardstock for the photo there. I think that looks nice. This is the center of the signature. The paper's really cute with the house. I love that. I think that might be Pixie Dust Files too, that center signature. This is Horse Studios, this little articulated paper doll. And I used some chain. I chained it up to dangle it with some jump rings. Comes with this fun tag and pocket and everything. It's the kind of thing I might give as a gift when I sell a journal as a surprise gift to thank you for buying and to silently urge you to leave good feedback for me. There's some scraps and some ephemera in this pocket. I also like to decorate the packaging, the outside of the packaging when I ship stuff. So it says it comes in a decorated box. That's what I mean. I think that way it's fun. Before you even open it, hopefully you see the outside, you know what it is, you're excited before it's even open, is my goal. I like how all the stenciling looks here. And the way all the different kits mix together. It might have less pages, but it has just as much charm and fun ephemera and sparkle and vintage photos and ephemera as the much larger one does. That really big one is 124 pages, not including the folio or another journal that comes with it. Isn't this ephemera fun? I think that's all Pixie Dust ephemera except for the pumpkin from Horse Studios. And I added a charm to this tag. Made with my tag top punch. I sure love that tag top punch. Bought it in 2024, still loving it in 2025. Still was one of my best investments last year. That and a crocodile. Those scoring board, those would all be top tools. Let me know if you'd like to have me do a Tops Tools video. I thought maybe I'd done one, but now I'm thinking maybe I haven't. For people who are starting out especially, so you don't waste money on a bunch of things you might not end up needing. Make sure you spend your money on the things you're going to need most. That crocodile, that's really useful. Also, the corner chomper for cutting heavy-duty things, and just to always have a corner rounder that just won't break once a year. I find my corner rounders are only good for about a year, no matter how much I spend on them. Isn't that cute? I thought that one could be a cover at first, but it just didn't make the cut. And then the inside the back cover is I made it by 12 by 12 with a big deep 3-inch pocket, 3-inch deep pocket. I backed her onto heavy duty cardstock and then added a bunch of glitter to her. Then another one of those layered tags. I think I made 4 of those with the kitties. And then here's another one of those cards for my soon-to-be collaborator. Some of those pixie dust backed onto tea stain paper. I did all of those on tea stain paper that I added glitter to. And then some of that spooky parchment paper. I really like how this one came out. I think we've given it a good once over. I'll get everything put back together and then we'll cut over to the giant journal, the really huge, big, fat hardcover one with a 3-inch spine. Oh, there's an open pocket here where she would fit, but I thought she might get banged up, so I didn't end up putting her in that pocket. But there is an extra pocket there. 9 charms. It's pretty chunky, but it looks like something that would fit in her suitcase or briefcase. It's the kind of thing I would take to a meeting or an appointment with me. It's the kind that I use when I make one to use myself. 60 pages, this size, just like this. But I'll get this wrapped up and we can take a look at the other one, the big giant one in the folio. So this is a fun folio. It has a magnet closure and I made a little pocket on the front. It's something I designed myself. I'll be making a tutorial for this. This is the prototype. So the pocket will be gusseted in the final version. I write up and then I've already typed up the instructions for this. I don't want to lose my instructions and I know I'll want to make another one. And so I make my prototype and then if there's anything I would do differently when I write up the instructions, I change it then. So the magnets are there and here and here. And that's what holds it shut. And then I'm using those same patterned papers that I mentioned before. And I did it more like a scrapbook style folio, so it has lots of room for photos. I call it a zigzag folio when I eventually have it up, and because it kind of zigs and zags. I don't know, I needed to come up with a name that somewhat described it so I could tell it apart. Really, when I'm looking for the instructions and I want to make another one, I'll remember it's called the zigzag folio, not because it's a great name, but because it's memorable for me. Then in the center back I have these up and down flaps that have left and right facing pockets in it. It's fun. Yeah, it was 2-page PDF for the instructions to make this, all the instructions. And then if I made a wider gusset for the flaps, then you could make them over the top of the zigzag section, but that could get pretty fat and it didn't seem like a good idea to me. So I decided to make the smaller gussets and then just have that frame the back. This would be great for your Halloween photos to go with your journal, when you journal about your Halloween. And then there's a pocket on the back with a card. You could write on it with a white pencil or a gel pen or something, add a photo, whatever. I like how it came out. It was pretty fun. It's 6 inches tall and 5 inches wide. I have another folio I came up with for the Halloween trick-or-treat collaboration with Project 39. It's Project 39 mini albums. So here's the big giant junk journal. I've got Dresden trim across the top, some die-cut bats. It actually started out as a disaster video, a short for the disaster where I redid the cover. And then I actually ended up redoing the cover again because I wanted it to be a pocket. And then I added a bow to her hair and trimmed her dress. She's holding a little skull. And then I added some lace and ribbon ruffle at the bottom. And in the pocket, I put this paper moon paper doll. It's from Horse Studios. But I love adding those to my Halloween projects. I like him peeking out of the pocket. And there's a really fun enamel charm. I think there's 9 charms on this journal. It has 124 pages, and then it also has a 20-page journal, the folio. It's really packed. I love this page here. This is my favorite view. The way she looks on the pocket and the kitty cat and this little spider charm is one of my favorite charms. And there's a layered tag here. It's not actually a graphic 45 tag. I had the manila in this size, and so I just traced it onto doubled up heavy duty cardstock and then traced it out and cut it out. So those pockets, the size pocket here perfectly fits the graphic 45 tags when you have them. It's really nice, time saver, and then I think it adds a really professional touch. Although the hand cut look is nice. Gives it a rustic feel, the hand cut tag. And then there's a lot of pixie dust files in here. That's from her essentials. The fussy cuts are hers. This is from her Pasteloween, the tags. And then that's Sam Poole from her, what does she call it? Vintage Bureau or something like that. That's one of my favorite go-tos for vintage documents. That, and of course, Ruby and Pearl. There's some of that spooky parchment paper in here. And then I backed that with pixie dust files. And with those vintage Halloween papers. There's a whole bunch in this pocket. It's a loaded pocket. So some small ephemera, a Halloween photo backed onto heavy duty card. And those are pieces of the essentials. Looks like little vintage ephemera label. This really fun articulated paper doll, and I glittered him up pretty good, like his bow tie and his wings and parts of his outfit are all glittery and shiny. He's got brads making him posable. And this fun tag that I layered onto some heavy duty card. This piece of ephemera from Pixie Dust Files from one of her kits. Probably her Pasteloween. Yeah, and that's backed on card too. I like how this came out, that witch and the little creepy houses combined with the cute girls from Pixie Dust Files. I need to die cut some more bats. I'm running low on bats. I just love how this page looks with the pumpkin and the different layers of stuff on this page and the page behind it. Aren't those little girls so cute? I'm not sure what I'm talking about in the video, but my mic was cutting in and out doing that thing, my phone mic. So we're doing the voiceover with a real microphone here. I remember I was talking about how I love this page and how beautiful it looks with all the layers. I'm not quite sure why I flipped back to look at the other pages any longer. Maybe the bats, maybe to point out bats and how cute they look with those little fussy cuts, which they do. These little Halloween girls are so cute. She has some that look like little Halloween girls, some that look like Halloween themed dolls. She's got Halloween kitties, both like Halloween people-sized cats, like trick-or-treating, and then like tiny little pet cats, like with a witch hat or whatever. She did different Halloween jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. Like Pixie Dust Files has such cute Halloween stuff. I like this center spread for the spooky papers. It's got 3 signatures for the 124 pages. The signature is the group of folded pages, just in case you didn't know. Isn't that fun? Then more pockets. Again, from the style from that video, 5 fun, fantastic pockets. You should check it out. It's a good video. Again, just that one video, we ended up with like 21 different pockets. And what's a junk journal without pockets? Easier to write in, probably. I know that for a fact when I want to make them extra usable. I used to include what I called a writing board. which is like an extra heavy duty journaling tag that's the size of a full sheet that you could use to put behind pages to write on. But I would ask people, and almost no one was actually planning on writing in the journal. And I thought I would just spare my chipboard and keep it, for making covers then. If it's not going to get used, then seemed like kind of a waste. So I just stopped including those. I like these little Halloween dresses. Aren't those pretty? There's a full sheet of paper folded up in there too. Those pattern papers. I think I pointed it out before that I just printed out an Amity Bloom envelope on cardstock, and then it's the same one. I trace it onto whatever paper I want if the patterns she has don't fit my project. Here's a nice little flip up. You put any embarrassing Halloween photos under there? Any discuss the end of the night events? The embarrassing things? Maybe? Depending on how your evening went. If your costume held up or not. This ghost charm is really cute. I really like the mix and match of the papers. It's a pretty strong orange and black, traditional Halloween colors. Oh, that won't come out until I remove the thing clipped to the other side. We'll get that unclipped. And then another sheet, full sheet of writing space. And plenty of room to add more. That's a huge pocket there. That was a sheet of scrapbooking paper glued into a pocket. Another idea from that fantastic pocket idea video. I'm real pushy about that video, aren't I? You better go check it out, so I'll stop nagging and going on about it. This was another Pixie Dust Files thing. It wasn't really Halloween themed, but I had it and I wanted to use it, so I just added Halloween ribbon to make it Halloween themed. This is that smaller journal that I mentioned, the 20-page journal, even though it's still, I think it's probably, 8.5 by 5.5. But it just fits in between the first and second signature there. I have a Sorry Silk tie closure on it. It's made out of heavy-duty scrapbooking paper, layered up, and then that pocket on the front. And then the tag actually has, I think it's a belly band. And that's from the Cube, the pink and black Cube kit by Pixie Dust Files. I think that's really cute. I like how it came out. Used my tag top punch. I sure love that thing. When it dies, I'm going to get another one. And then this one I kept, really writable. I just did the front of the signature and the center so that it's really easy. It's something you could tuck into your purse or take with you out for the day for your events or whatever. Take it to a meeting. Wouldn't that be cute? You took that to your review with your boss or whatever. You come in to take notes for your job performance review. Sidetrack them with how cute your little notebook is. Get them involved in some chit chat. Make sure they see that you're a real person. Depends on how big the company you work for. A lot of places don't have those kind of reviews. One of my first jobs was for a really big company, a big insurance company. So, yeah, more of those Halloween photos backed on heavy-duty card. I like those. I like having the photo clipped in. I just think that looks nice, having the little photo clipped in there. For no good reason. I guess a good reason to add a nice embellished paper clip. I love embellished paper clips. That's a great spot for a Halloween sentiment or photo. It's got a die-cut bat above it, and then that ghost charm that hangs over there. We're using some ephemera as a tuck spot here. Just glued it down in an L shape and then tucked a full sheet of writing and a couple tags, tall tags back there. And a little sideways pocket with a small envelope with ephemera in it. Some journaling cards and tags. That cute little Halloween paper doll dress. I made a tuck spot out of this guy. Glued him to heavy duty cardstock and then cut him out. And then he's a flip out. There's a little haunted house and room to write there. And then layered pockets here, or double pockets on this page. We have that skeleton. That's by Junk Mill. It's in the name of the file, so that makes it easy to remember when they put their shop name in the file name. Boy, and then it really sticks in my memory if I open the file often enough. That hat's a tuck spot. That photo can go in the hat tuck spot. Here's another full sheet, full journaling page that was just made into a pocket. And then I trimmed that out with some sari silk and some lace and made a big tag out of another piece of journaling paper. This is a great thing to do if you're printing it double-sided and you print the wrong side upside down, make it into a tag, make it into a pocket, make it into a flip up. Maybe it accidentally printed single-sided and you didn't want it to, so you had a few single-sided pages. Or sometimes I realize after the fact I wanted to include some of these papers and I didn't. And that's most often when you see them tipped or tucked in or flipped in. Like that was, I realized after the fact that I wanted some of those papers and I'd already sewn everything in. So then I'll make it into a full page pocket or add them as flip ups or flip outs so I can get some of that journaling paper in that wasn't sewn in, and it adds more writing pages. And there's a little witch's broom charm at the beginning of this third signature here. It's trimmed out with some rickrack and lace. And this little gal, she's getting a little banged up, sticking out. I think I'm going to clip her to the top next time. But again, she's hinged with brads. It was before I figured out that I could do it with eyelets. If you just don't crunch the eyelet down too tight, then eyelets work for the hinge. And then I can be stingy with my brads, which I love to be stingy with. And this was taking 6 brads. So that's nice. That was a nice little tip. She's all glittered up too. And then a die cut that and another fussy cut. Lots more writing pages. Some ephemera made into tiny pockets to put the smaller ephemera in. These things a lot of times come with small ephemera, and so I like to use small envelopes, fill up small envelopes with it, or just make some small pockets, tuck it in there. It doesn't get lost in big pockets. It's also nice to fill up envelopes. As here's a flip up. I wanted to add some of that cemetery paper in there, so I added it as a flip up. And these gusseted pockets, they really hold a lot, don't they? Look at all this stuff that's in that pocket. And it held it easily. You could add more photos and stuff to these pockets. And then that cute little poison bottle is a tuck spot on the front of the pocket. I like these. I backed those onto heavy duty card. And I did the same thing with this little monster, this little bat boy. I backed him onto heavy duty card. And he's all glittered up. And then here's one of those smaller envelopes with ephemera tucked into it. And some tall skinny tags. Some of that bat paper folded up for a full sheet of writing space. And then some of that pattern paper cut into another envelope. And again, I leave these open so you could write inside them. It leaves the inside as writing space. Or if you don't like that, you can always glue it shut. Here's a couple more of those cards on heavy duty cardstock. You get everything back in the pocket here. I don't think I showed what was in here. There's some little masks that fit the paper dolls. And some smaller ephemera. Just like I said, these little envelopes are great. You have little small ephemera you want to include, and some scraps. That one scrap there, I inked up and everything because it perfectly fits the envelope. I thought about decorating the envelope with some of the things, and then instead just put it inside the envelope and thought, maybe you would enjoy decorating the envelope with like the cat. I would have used like the background and the cat to decorate it, maybe layered it up with a postage stamp or something. I'm not sure, but instead I thought, I'll just put that in there and leave some fun for them. Some crafting. This page was fun. That's on heavy duty cardstock. I printed the page twice, and then layered up some of the clocks and the bat. You just have to be careful to tuck it in before you turn the page so it doesn't get bent up. Oh, almost missed a page. That purple pumpkin page reminds me of my printers on the Fritz. It's not printing any yellow, so all of my orange stuff is printing purple like those pumpkins. Yeah, I was trying to print that out and it just printed purple instead of orange. It's a good thing I have my inkjet printer. It's not as great for detailed things. I usually print out on the laser printer and then back it on something like heavy duty card or something. And then things where the detail's less important. Those patterned papers are just perfect for the inkjet though. I don't know why I was wasting toner on that, except that I'm impatient and the laser printer is much faster. That toner's expensive. I'll have to buy more and then, notify the place I bought the original one from that the yellow is bad. But it comes in like a pack with the 3 colors in black. So only one of the colors was defective. I'm not quite sure what to do about that to get a whole new set for just one color wrong. On the other hand, it is kind of pricey. So I can't afford to say nothing. So I'll reach out to them and say it'd be nice if they could just send me another yellow. But I know that's not how it works on Amazon. It'll be another pack of colors. But I can't print anything on that laser printer until I get fresh yellow. Because I just replaced the yellow. And then it printed a few things okay and then stopped printing right. And I tried to pull the yellow out and it just came out in pieces that did not want to stay together. So, yep, this is the big fancy Halloween journal set. This was the first Halloween journal that I made, official Halloween journal for 2024. And then the smaller one was actually the second one that I've made so far this year. I'll make some of those little haunted dollhouse journals too. Once I get started on those, I can't stop. So I thought I'd make a few, traditional themed journals first and then get started on the haunted dollhouses and see where the season takes me. But yeah, both of these are listed in my Etsy shop. They're available for sale. I'll have them on the for sale playlist. I just updated that. There was still quite a few things on there that had already been sold. So things that are on the for sale playlist are actually still for sale. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found something interesting, entertaining, found some ideas. I know it's at least helpful for me to go back and watch. In case somebody orders a similar journal, I can look back, watch the videos, see what was in there. And it does make it easier to part with because it's a little bit of a record for me. As always, thank you so much for watching. And please have a great day.